Hey guys, this is Michelle Martin Dobbins, the High Priestess of Daily Alchemy. If you didn't know, if you are just jumping onto the replay, say hey, let me know where you're from and who you are. And yeah, so I did put a disclaimer in this not to watch. I think I said not to watch while you're eating. Most of this is fine, and if you have a strong stomach, it's fine. I'm not going to show you anything gross. I'm just going to tell you a story that's slightly I just wanted to, oh, it's cool, tell you briefly, like, give you the whole story in a nutshell, and then I'll give you the backstory, which is kind of gross. Yeah. So, perfection. Your job is not to create perfection. Like a lot of times as a person who wants to manifest a life, you want to create perfection, and you're looking and you're judging everything. Is this good? Is this bad? Is this good? Is this bad? And actually, our job as spiritual beings, as manifestors, is to actually see the perfection in life as it unfolds. And so things that are gross can actually be perfect. So before I tell you the little story of my birthday, I also want to tell you, like, the Amish people. I'm like telling you this. I watched it somewhere, so I'm not sure 100% if someone wants to call me out and say this is not true, but it's a beautiful story nonetheless, which is the Amish people who create these beautiful quilts, very intricate quilts, that they always have like a mismatch lineup. Hey, Alex. Where they sew it, where it's imperfect, and they sew it together like wrong, right? And one on purpose in one place, and that's where the soul of the piece comes in, which, whether or not it's true, I think it's a beautiful story. And yeah, it happens in our life. Look, though, I gotta show you guys. I just got this ring. I bought it for my daughter. I'm in New Orleans. I went to a coffee shop, and I'm gonna post because I stalked the lady that I bought it from. Her name is the Sage Gem, and she is just a gem. She told me she is raising the vibration of the planet one person at a time. What an awesome mission, right? Which has made me think I need to go back to my mission statement and revise it. But she was awesome. And the ring that I got from her for my daughter, it's called a wish spiral. So she said you activate it, put your wishes in dreams, and tell it your wishes in dreams, and yeah, and then you wear it. So I'm really excited to give it to my daughter here in just a little bit. But anyway, back to the story of perfection. I had posted a post a few days back. You could probably find it in my feed, about my birthday and what a perfect day it was. And it really was. I had so many wonderful things. I got a gift from my parents in the mail. I got a living gift of an ecosphere from my friend, and books, and so many nice messages. And I got my nails done, and I spent time with my family. And my kids bought me a piñata. Is that not the coolest thing ever? And we whacked open the piñata and had candy, just our immediate family, which was super fun. But I posted about that and what a perfect day it was. And it was a perfect day. But that's also because I chose to see the perfection in it, right? Because we can always, and you may know people who do this, and sometimes I do this. I mean, sometimes we all do this. We look at what's not perfect, or what we judge as not perfect, because I wrote some notes so I could remember. So that is, but like, in my day, yes, all these perfect things happen, but also I stood at the post office for like forever. You know what the post office is like. And but I just kind of chilled with it. It was cool, but you know, sometimes you can do that. Sometimes you have a moment where you can't. And then I went to get my nails done, and we had to wait for a really long time. And then, like, I got all these weird globulated things where the polish was weird, so I have like lumpy, bumpy nails. They're so pretty, and you can't, I don't think other people can tell. I just see them from where I'm at. So I could have been like, oh, my day's not so perfect, and I got to take my kids to dance, and I got to take, we had dance, volleyball, ukulele lesson, all on my birthday. So we didn't do dinner out. We did a drive-through dinner, but it was perfect, right? So we had our dinner, and then my kids brought out this big piñata, and we were gonna whack the piñata, and we did. And if you my kids bought these little mustache stickers, if you guys have seen them. So all 4 of them are wearing mustache stickers. It is hysterical. And my one daughter came down, and she's prancing around with the mustache, and it was like one of those short, like Hitler looking mustaches, and my kids were like, oh my gosh, you look like Hitler, that's awful. And so she was like, did somebody order a sexy Hitler? And we were all laughing, and the next thing you know, she's puking. Okay, this is the gross part of the story. She's full out puking all over the kitchen floor, like rivers of puke. I don't know how the child had so much puke in her body, right? And I'm a mom, so what do? I jump in and I clean it up, and I really didn't even think about it. And then like my kids are like, oh my gosh, your birthday is ruined, Violet puked. And side note, she got a hair off of the mustache, the fake mustache, caught in her throat, which is what caused her to puke. So eventually we got the hair cleared out, and all was well. But I could choose to say I had to clean up puke on my birthday, so it was less than perfect. Or I could choose to see that that's where the soul came in, and that's this part that we're going to laugh about. Oh, my hair's crazy. And remember for years and years and years to come. So that's where choice comes in. And there is one other point, which is you can take it too far, right? You can decide everything's perfect when it really does need fixing, like little things that happen in your life, well, sometimes even big things, can be perfect. But do spend time. That's what Daily Alchemy is all about, and that's what I teach people to do in my Daily Alchemy Premium Members Lab, which is to like decide that you're gonna have a spiritual practice ongoing every day, and that helps you tap into, are you being who you want to be? Are you living the kind of life that you want to lead? Are you stepping out of your comfort zone and being that you that's really inside of you? Because that's what alchemy is about. Alchemy is about pulling apart all the parts of you that are not really you, all the crap that the world puts on you, all the stories that you learn from your parents, your teachers, society at large. That's what alchemy does. And if you go through the steps of alchemy, there's 7 steps. They're not pretty steps. Most of them are pretty, you're dissolving your ego, you're dissolving, you're grinding up into little tiny bits and burning away everything that's not you. A lot of the steps are kind of icky and yucky, and it's kind of like, I guess, that process of getting to be a diamond, but it's just, there's ick that accumulates on us in this physical world that we want to get rid of, and that's perfection too. So I guess you have to look at it and see, like, you might be in a perfect life and somebody pukes, and that's just where the soul comes in, right? That is perfection. That is part of a perfect day and a perfect life. Or you might be in a job that is wrong for you, you're holding yourself back, or you're in a relationship that's really not feeding your soul. And if you're in parts of your life where you're not feeding your soul, then that's when you definitely need to pick up that daily alchemy practice and start doing a few things each day, meditating, tapping in, and really, like, one of my favorite things to do is journal and ask yourself, like, if I were on the perfect soul path for me right now, what would I be doing? And write that out. And if it's what you're already doing, beep, you're perfect, right? And if it's not, then you just need to start taking steps to be doing that. And let's be clear, doing that is probably going to be scary, and it's probably going to be overwhelming, because you're not yet, I mean, you are underneath that person who does those things, but right now you have a lot of on top of it if you're not living that life. And then here's the fun part: once you get to that point where you're living that life that is perfect for you now, it's probably not going to be perfect for you in 6 months or a year, and there's going to be more stretching and more growing to do. It's the expansion of the universe, it's the expansion of you. We all just get to keep growing and experiencing, and it's all perfect, right? But it's crazy. So that's the story of perfection. And if you missed the gross parts, go back and watch it at the end. And before I go though, I want to show you guys really quick, if you hear that sound in the background, it's this beautiful fountain that is here where we're staying at in New Orleans. If I can figure out how to switch the camera. Oh, I did. Isn't that super cool? There's a hot tub behind it. I haven't gotten in the hot tub, but I have came out here every morning and sat by the fountain and did my meditation and my journaling, and it's been a beautiful place to hang out. Alright, so I am off to go wake up my family and go exploring here in New Orleans. Have a magical day. Enjoy the perfection. Look for and experience what's perfect in your day, and it will show up, because what we focus on, we create more of. So focus on some magic and create some more magic. Have a wonderful day.